I feel like Rihanna has surpassed Beyonce in terms of numbers. Since time memorial, Rihanna has always been painted to be Beyonce's number 2. She's always been painted to play second to Beyonce, but I feel like Rihanna has surpassed Beyonce in terms of numbers. This is because Rihanna became a billionaire before Beyonce. Rihanna is actually the most marketable artist. She has the capacity to sell and the ability to sell to her target market. She's able to make her target market purchase whatever she's selling. She's able to turn her gift and her music into solid cash. And you know, like, the music industry can be super shady, and its main goal is to like keep the artist broke. And this is something that has been said in the past, like, over and over again. The artist is always the last person to get paid, and so you find that most artists, behind the scenes, some of them, not all, they tend to like struggle financially and stuff like that. And many record labels take advantage of artists. When it comes to numbers, even musically, Rihanna has had more number ones than Beyonce. Rihanna has had more number one albums than Beyonce. Definitely, I will not take away Beyonce's influence, because she's definitely one of the most influential artists, and she's the artist with the most Grammys, and she's a female, and she's a representation of female empowerment at its best. But I genuinely feel that the world tends to make Rihanna play second, while she's really like a boss, and she's actually at the forefront, especially when it comes to numbers. You can be able to check out her numbers on Billboard. My next point is, I believe Chloe Bailey flopped because she wasn't authentic and was trying too hard to be someone else, and failed in the process. I genuinely feel like Chloe Bailey is a really talented young lady, and she can dance, she can sing, and she's like really multi-talented. However, I feel like her recent album flopped because she was trying too hard to be Beyonce, and she was trying to do everything the way Beyonce does, and there can only be one Beyonce, and there can only be one Chloe Bailey. So I feel like she was a bit inauthentic in that way, and I feel like if she becomes herself and she does things in an authentic manner, she has a higher chance of actually succeeding more than trying to be someone else. I feel like Davido should be a better role model to young people. This is because recently he was engulfed in a huge scandal, and this is really sad because many people really look up to Davido, and many young people want to be like him. And I'm not saying that he should be anybody's role model, but considering that he has major influence in the world, and especially in the African continent, I feel like he should be a better role model. My next point is, Embarambara has taken shock marketing to a whole new level. Like, he's taken it too far. You know, the fact that at first he was like rolling in mud and like doing the craziest thing, like, you know, climbing trees, that was like normal, because people were like, okay, maybe he's trying to like break into the industry. But now that he was wearing women's clothing and stuff like that, it's not bad. But then I just feel like the shock factor is like too much. I think when it comes to shock marketing, it has to come with like some content behind it. Yeah, he's taken shock marketing to like a whole new level. He's taken it too far. Recently, Drake was spotted like painting his nails pink, and it was kind of like shocking because he has this bad boy persona. Drake painting his nails and dissing Kanye West in his music is just a PR stunt to cover his bad sales. Recently, Drake hasn't really been doing well in terms of music, and his numbers have actually been going down. As a result, I feel like Drake has been doing crazy PR stunts, like painting his nails, dissing people in his music and stuff like that, just to get his sales up. And it's so shocking that around 3 years ago, Future and Drake were the best of the best when it comes to hip-hop, especially in the male sector. And it's so funny how things have shifted, and now hip-hop has not even charted in 2023. We have not had a number one album, hip-hop album specifically, in 2023, and we've not had a number one hip-hop song in 2023, and this hasn't happened since 1993. So this just shows a shift in the culture and how things are changing. And this brings me to my next point. I believe that Afrobeat has actually taken over hip-hop's spot. This is because we have some of the best female artists like Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice, who released a couple of songs this year, and none of the songs have charted. Just recently we learned that Burna Boy was the first African to actually like have a sold out tour in a bigger stadium in the US, and this just shows like a shift in the culture. And yeah, whoever thought that Afrobeat would actually be taking over the world. I feel like Diamond has really evolved and is now basically a certified bad boy, which is really sad because Diamond is trying too hard to be a bad boy, and with him like leaving all these broken homes behind and impregnating all these women, sometimes I kind of wonder like what's really broken in him, because it's not really normal to like, you know, just go around leaving broken broken homes. Sometimes I think it's because maybe he didn't have a dad, but then yet I think there's so many people who didn't have dads and yet they don't do that to women. So I think that's really sad. I liked the old Diamond better, who had a cleaner brand image. But the new Diamond, the bad boy Diamond, is a bit of like a turn off. But maybe, who knows, maybe he'll settle down. My next point is Michael Jackson is untouchable number-wise. The last few months, we have seen so many artists compare themselves to Michael Jackson. No artist in the world's history has sold more albums and more singles and more ticket sales than Michael. And I always feel like people are always like, Drake is the next Michael Jackson, Beyonce is the next Michael Jackson, The Weeknd is the next Michael Jackson, but they can only be, and they will always be, one Michael Jackson. And I feel like Michael really succeeded because he was authentic in whatever he was doing, and he just did his work from the heart. There was no competition. He wasn't competing with anyone. He was just trying to be the best that Michael can be. And I feel like people competing with him and trying to take his slot and trying to undercut his success and what he did for the culture is kind of sad, because I feel like we should give Michael his flowers even though he's not here. I feel like we should, when we're comparing an artist to Michael Jackson, they should actually be at par with him. They should actually have sold more records or equal records to him. They must have sold tickets more than him or equal to him. And it's really sad that people are like, she's the next Michael Jackson, he's the next Michael Jackson, and yet the numbers just don't match. Thanks for watching. I've been your host, Linda Kiang.